Hello and welcome to Keele University's Postgraduate Open Event. I'll just introduce myself. My name is Emma Price. I'm one of the postgraduate student recruitment managers here at Keele. So firstly, thank you for joining us today. I will just give you a quick overview of what you can expect from our virtual open event this morning. So I will shortly be handing over to my colleagues for the Welcome to Keele talk. This will last for approximately 30 minutes. Once the welcome talk has finished, we will then open up our virtual marketplace. And this is your opportunity to get all of your questions answered about studying at Keele. So you can chat to academic colleagues about the courses that you're interested in. If you have any questions about modules, placement opportunities, dissertation supervisors, you can talk to a range of academic colleagues. We also have colleagues from our central service areas, so if you have any questions about our accommodation on campus, the admissions process, the visa process or student finance, you can talk to colleagues in our virtual marketplace, and you will receive information about how to join that via email and also in the chat box. We do also have a virtual campus tour available for you to access. Obviously, you're not joining us in person today, so I would recommend you having a look at that virtual tour so you can really see what Keele University's campus is like. So I will now hand over to Professor Mark Ormerod, who is our Deputy Vice-Chancellor and Provost here at Keele University.
Okay, good morning or good afternoon, everyone. It's a real great pleasure to have the opportunity to welcome you to our Postgraduate Open Day. I'm conscious that we've probably got quite a wide range of people joining us today, whether you're a current Keele undergraduate student, whether you're studying at another university in the UK, people in the workplace thinking about returning to study as a mature student, and prospective students from international markets. And I'm also aware that you will be in different times of the day according to where you're joining us as from. In terms of what I'm going to talk about, I'm going to say a little bit about Keele University as a place to come and study. I'll just say a little bit about the benefits of postgraduate study and why you might consider continuing your studies at postgraduate level. And then Amy, one of our current postgraduate students, will say a little bit more about her own experience as a student. So in terms of Keele was founded in 1949, so exactly 75 years ago. So we have a significant history as a university. But Keele's a very different place from what it was in 1949. It's grown really substantially, particularly over the last 8 years. But many of the values and the reasons, it was the first university set up in the 20th century, and it was founded to try and encourage more people to go to university. And our commitment to widening access to and encouraging people to study, whether that's doing education or research, remains the same. But say we've grown an awful lot. We had our largest ever student intake this September, and that's the 6th year in succession that Keele has grown. So we're seeing a big increase in our overall student population. And that's due to both growth in existing programs, but also a significant number of new programs that we started in, for example, business and management, computer science, AI, data science, psychology, the biosciences. We've also seen really significant growth in our number of international students coming to Keele, both undergraduate students and also postgraduate students. And that really reflects that Keele is very much a global and a genuinely international university, and a really important part of the student experience that it has that diverse culture. So having said all that about how much Keele has grown, it's still a relatively small, broad-based and very much a research-led university as well. And so we have provision in medicine and health sciences, all the way from nursing through medicine, veterinary medicine. The natural sciences very strong in biological sciences and the chemical sciences, astrophysics, for example, and then the social sciences, so business and management, law, as well as politics, criminology, and then English, history, and the creative industries. And that broadness adds to Keele's diversity. In terms of postgraduate portfolio, we have a strong postgraduate provision, very diverse provision across all our areas of academic provision. And again, we've put a lot of energy into refreshing and revitalising our postgraduate provision, particularly in business and management, so in business analytics, international business, new course in sports business management starting this year, strong provision in computer science, AI, digital technology, data science, environmental sustainability, which is a strength of Keele, and biomedical sciences, as well as in the medicine and health sciences. In terms of our campus, Keele is a really beautiful campus. It's the biggest campus in the United Kingdom, and at the same time, it's got a really compact, vibrant core for our students, and so Emma mentioned that you can go on a virtual tour today, and I really would encourage you to do that because it is a beautiful campus. At the same time, it has a vibrant core, 13,000 students, over 2,000 staff, shops, sports facilities, bars, etc. So really a very vibrant and very good, strong academic community. One of the things that I want to talk a little bit about is our commitment to environmental sustainability, and this is a major strength at Keele, which we've got an international reputation for. It covers all aspects of our operation, our education, our research, our partnerships, and our campus and community. And in 2021, Keele was voted Global Student Institution of Sustainability Institution of the Year, and we have on our campus a renewable energy park that has 12,500 solar panels, 2 wind turbines, and is integrated to Europe's largest smart energy network demonstrator. And that provides over 50% of our campus electricity. So it really is an exemplar of clean technology and generating your own energy. In terms of the student experience, student experience is something that Keele has always had a very strong commitment to, and students rate their experience at Keele very highly. Consistently, we rank very highly in league tables around that. We've also recently been awarded something called the Teaching Excellence Framework Gold Award, and we one of only 15. We were also awarded that in 2017, and we one of only 15 universities in England that were awarded gold for the quality for their teaching excellence in both 2017 and 2023, and that's something we're enormously proud of, and it says something about our sustained commitment to education. And I mentioned we're a research-led university with high-quality research, and particularly for postgraduate study, that's really important in terms of it's a postgraduate curriculum that is a research-led curriculum. The academic staff teaching the course are also the same staff who are carrying out world-leading or genuinely internationally excellent research, whether that's in musculoskeletal disease, whether it's in astrophysics, whether it's in English or history, or whether it's in economics. And one of the last things I want to talk about really is that Keele has a very strong sense of community, and it might be a little bit difficult for you in a virtual open day to get a full impression of that, but it's a very friendly, very supportive, very approachable environment, and that sense of community is both the staff and the students, but also students working together, very strong kind of student peer support that creates a very diverse and inclusive community, but also a very friendly community. And that's something that we really pride ourselves on, is that diversity. And I would say that we also have really, really fantastic student support services. Any aspect of support that you might need as a student, whether that's financial or whether it is to do with any any special needs around learning or just pastoral support, anything. Our student support really is, I would say, second to none. So the last thing I'll talk about before I hand over to Amy really is around the reasons to study postgraduate. We live in a very competitive and a very dynamic world at the moment, and all the evidence shows that postgraduate study provides you with increased opportunities for whatever you want to do in the future. It also provides an opportunity to slightly reposition yourselves from your first degree, something that you might have a real interest or passion in, having done your undergraduate study, a bit more specialism, for example, maybe something that's slightly more vocational course. But there is, at Keele, a really wide range of courses for you to think about and to look into in terms of what you want to study. And the last thing I'll talk about is just the ability for also to study in different modes. You can study a lot of our courses, most of our courses full-time. You can also study some of them part-time. We have a large number of fully online courses for postgraduate students across business and management, computer science, education and public health. And we've been gradually adding to that portfolio. And so we have over 1,000 students now studying online postgraduate courses at Keele. And so just to finish, then Keele is a really good university to come, really welcoming university in terms of postgraduate study. Large undergraduate community, but a growing postgraduate community with a lot of students, very diverse range, and a really rich academic environment for your postgraduate study. So I hope that you take the opportunity today, listen to Amy's talk, but also to look around, talk to people, ask any questions that you've got. And I really hope that some of you choose to apply to Keele and come to study at Keele. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark. So hopefully you found that really useful, and the reasons why Mark has said you might want to consider Keele University for a postgraduate degree. So I would just like to now introduce current PhD candidate Amy Blaney. Amy is going to give some really valuable insight into her experience here at Keele University. So Amy studied her Masters here at Keele and is currently studying her PhD. So I'll now hand over to Amy.
Thank you very much. Welcome. I would like to add to those welcomes to Keele today from wherever you are joining us. So as Emma mentioned, I am currently in the final stages of my PhD in English literature. But prior to that, I was here as a postgraduate taught student to study my Masters as well. And I also did English at my Masters. But before that, I'd taken a somewhat unusual route to Keele. I had an 11-year break from my academic studies, during which time I worked in a few different roles. I was an office manager. I worked in business for quite a long time. And so coming back, I was a little bit nervous about coming back to university at all, because I wanted to still retain those skills and that experience. I didn't want to go back into just traditional student life, but I also wanted to enjoy being a student again. And Keele's really given me that opportunity. I'm a mature student, and also I commute from the local area, but I've never not felt as if I'm part of Keele's community while I've been here. Keele really impressed me right from the off. I couldn't come to an open day, and at the time we didn't do these lovely virtual events. So I contacted the university directly, got in touch with somebody from the School of English, who put me in touch with the course lead, who offered to come and meet with me on a day that I could meet, gave me lots of advice and guidance that helped me choose the right programme of study for me coming back after a break. And then I also got help in doing a self-guided campus tour of the facilities. So I really felt as if I was valued by Keele from the moment that I got in touch with them, and that I would be supported academically and pastorally as I came back into study. I think, as several people have mentioned, Keele is a beautiful place to study. We have a really gorgeous campus and I immediately loved the feel of the place. There's some wonderful walks. It's a beautiful day here today, and walking in this morning to come here to the studio, I was yet again reminded of why I really love the campus. And there's everything that you do need on campus. We have the library, there's teaching buildings, the accommodation, we have bars and food outlets, there's a coffee shop, there's dedicated PGR space within that as well. We have a lovely clubhouse, the Keele Postgraduate Association clubhouse, and I'll mention a little bit about them in a moment. There's a little supermarket on campus and a post office as well. But you don't have to live within the Keele bubble. We do call it the Keele bubble because you can live up here quite happily and never leave. But I would encourage you to leave if you come to visit us, because it is a diverse and vibrant place in the local area. There's plenty to see and do. Newcastle under Lyme has some lovely independent businesses and restaurants. There's a great cinema, a fantastic theatre that we work very closely with in the humanities team called the New Vic. They put on several critically acclaimed productions. I was there this weekend watching their latest production of One Man, Two Governors. It was excellent. And further afield, but just a short drive or bus journey away, we have Hanley, which has a wider range of shops and bars and nightclubs, 2 more theatres, many of which get sort of big touring productions. And so again, some fantastic independent businesses. There's 2 wonderful independent bookshops that as an English student I absolutely love. And beyond, going even further beyond the local area, I'm Staffordshire born and bred, so I may well be biased, but I love how well connected we are. From Stoke-on-Trent, you can get mainline trains to Manchester, London, Birmingham. We've got the Peak District, we've got the Lake District is easily accessible via the M6, the Cotswolds, the seaside. You can get to all of those places quite quickly. We're sort of 2.5 hours from anywhere. And we have lots of heritage and culture on the doorstep. You know, Stoke's got a really great industrial heritage, and we've got things like the Gladstone Pottery Museum where you can come and find out about that as well. And also for outdoors, you know, you can get outdoors into places like the Peaks. We've got some lovely National Trust properties nearby, and I do always encourage students who come to see us to spend that time in the local area as well. So before I sort of hand back over to Emma to tell you more about your day, I wanted to just tell you a bit more about my own experience of Keele. It is that sense of community. It's very welcoming, very friendly. It is a community. We really benefit from having the Postgraduate Association. So Keele Postgraduate Association is, I believe, one of only 2 postgraduate associations in the country. And it's a really valuable resource because not only do we get that representation to sort of senior management at the university level, but we also get events and activities especially designed for postgraduate students. I've made many friends at the KPA, and we also have awards. There's the Bob Beattie Awards that recognise postgraduate achievements at Keele, and the bursary as well that supports our postgraduates financially, and that's on top of support the university already provides. Staff are always helpful and available. I stayed for my PhD because of the fact that I'd had that support during my MA. You know, if I felt overwhelmed, I knew I could go and talk to somebody. If I wasn't sure what to do next, I knew that there were people there who would happily talk that through with me. And there is a great research culture here as well. There's lots of different initiatives at Keele to encourage you to develop as a researcher, to gain those skills that are going to be really valuable in the workplace, symposiums, conferences, opportunities to present your work. I've taken 2 internships during my master's and my PhD, and they've been really valuable in helping me to apply the skills that I'm learning in the workplace as well. So I feel that coming out of my PhD at Keele, I've got a wide range of skills to showcase, as well as some fantastic memories. So I want to sort of finish on a piece of advice for today, which is to reach out and ask those questions, seek the support in the marketplace from support services, from your academic school. Don't be afraid of asking everything that you might want to know before you make a decision to come and study here, and take the most of that contact, because I can assure you people will give you thorough and honest answers. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. So yeah, that was a really valuable insight into postgraduate student life here at Keele. Hopefully everybody has found that information useful from both Professor Mark Ormerod about the reasons why you might want to consider Keele for postgraduate study, and Amy's information and insight into postgraduate student life. So just to go over the schedule again for the rest of the event. So we're just finishing our welcome talk, and we will shortly be opening the virtual marketplace. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this session, this is your opportunity to ask questions about postgraduate study. So chat to our academic colleagues about your chosen course, ask those questions about accommodation, the admissions process, any visa questions you might have, questions around postgraduate student support, which both Mark and Amy have mentioned. You will shortly be receiving an email to access the virtual marketplace, so that'll contain the link that you need to access the event. We will also be posting the link in the Q&A section in this stream, so you can, like I say, you'll get the link to access the virtual marketplace, as well as the links to access the virtual campus tour too. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the open event and get all of your questions answered. Thank you very much for joining us today, and thanks again to Mark and Amy, and a big thank you to you. Thank you very much.